Welcome back to another lecture in our prompt engineering course. In this session, we will focus on the practical implementation of different prompting strategies. By the end of this lecture, you will have actionable techniques to improve the way you craft prompts and get better responses from AI. Just like being a better communicator helps you get better results from people, writing better prompts improves the responses you get from AI. Think about it this way: people can't read your mind, and neither can AI. That's why you need to tell it exactly what you want, with as much clarity as possible. Now, let's consider an example. Suppose you ask ChatGPT to write an announcement for a new feature. You want it to be attention-grabbing and factual, while also staying true to your product and customer base. But if you simply ask ChatGPT to write it without any real direction, you'll likely get a generic response, one that sounds overly corporate or lacks personality. To get a better response, you need to guide the AI more effectively. So how do we do that? Let's start by looking at a simple prompt. The prompt is, write a brief announcement for a new feature in the NeighborShare app, and so on, as shown in the slide. Now, look at the response in the slide. It sounds generic and corporate, doesn't it? That's because it reflects the average style of similar announcements found online. The same thing could happen if you gave vague instructions to a team member. Without clear direction, you end up with a predictable, uninspired result. But here's a quick trick. ChatGPT can mimic any famous style or format. You just need to specify it in your prompt. Simply adding "in the style of insert famous person" can completely change the response. Take a look at the left side of the slide. The original prompt is the same. Write a brief announcement for a new feature in the NeighborShare app. But this time, we've added "in the style of Malcolm Gladwell." Now look at the response. It's more engaging because it follows Gladwell's storytelling approach. It draws the reader in with a narrative before introducing the feature. Now let's check the right side of the slide. Here we've used the same prompt, but instead of Malcolm Gladwell, we've written "in the style of Steve Jobs." And what do we get? A completely different response. This version is short, confident, and visionary, just like a classic Steve Jobs presentation. The message is clear, direct, and exciting. Specifying a style is just one technique, but there are many more. In this session, we'll explore some of the most effective prompt engineering tactics that you can start using right away. Let's dive in. So the first technique is role-playing. This is a powerful technique where we assign the AI a specific identity or persona to get more tailored and expert-level responses. Think of it like casting the AI in a role, like an actor, to make it perform better for your specific needs. And the prompt template for this technique is, you are an expert in field, known for adjective, help me task. Now let us see the example, and let us compare two prompts to see role-playing in action. On this slide, we've got a before and after example. Before role-playing is, help me prepare key points for a team meeting on how we can use AI to improve our customer support system. This is a solid basic prompt. It's clear, it states the task, preparing key points for a meeting, and it specifies the topic, AI and customer support. But it's generic. The AI has no context about who it's supposed to be or what angle to take. After role-playing prompt is, you are an experienced AI consultant who specializes in practical business applications and so on, as shown in the slide. Here's where the magic happens. By adding the role, an experienced AI consultant, and the key adjective, specializes in practical business applications, we've given the AI a persona. It's no longer just a generic helper. It's a seasoned professional with a specific expertise. This tells the AI to focus on actionable, business-oriented ideas, likely with examples or insights grounded in real-world use cases. We can see from responses that role-playing. The first response, without role-playing, is simpler and more high-level. It covers broad AI applications but doesn't go into much technical or strategic depth. While the second response, with role-playing, is more detailed and structured, diving deeper into AI categories like automation, human-AI collaboration, and predictive insights. It also introduces technical terms. So, if we want a simpler, high-level discussion, go with the first response. But if our audience consists of technical professionals or decision-makers, the second response is more structured, insightful, and actionable. By clicking on the link, you can see the full response generated by ChatGPT and compare it yourself. Notice how the changes impact the tone, structure, and engagement level. The next technique we'll explore is emotion-based prompting. This method adds emotional weight to our prompt, making the AI more likely to generate thoughtful and impactful responses. By framing the task as urgent or personally significant, we encourage the AI to take extra care in crafting its answer. The prompt template for this technique is "Help me task. Please make sure attribute. This is very important for my career life project." Emotion-based prompting can be particularly useful when you need persuasion, urgency, or depth in your response. But it's important to use this technique carefully. Too much emotional pressure can sometimes have the opposite effect. Now, let's see this technique in action with a real-world example. Let's compare two prompts to see how emotion-based prompting can improve AI-generated responses. Before emotion-based prompting, as shown in the slide in the left, the prompt is, "Help me create a compelling AI/ML product strategy presentation for our leadership team. Ensure it clearly communicates the business impact and aligns with our long-term vision." This is a clear and well-structured request. However, it lacks urgency and emotional context. The AI doesn't know why this task is critical. Now, let's add emotion to the prompt. And after that, the prompt is, "Help me craft a powerful AI/ML product strategy presentation that will impress our leadership team. Make sure it highlights the urgency of our initiatives and their strategic value. My career growth depends on delivering a strong and persuasive presentation." This slight adjustment changes the AI's approach entirely. Instead of just providing a structured response, it now emphasizes urgency, impact, and strategic clarity. We can see the difference in the responses. The first response, without emotion-based prompting, is logical and structured, but lacks a strong sense of urgency or persuasion. The second response, with emotion-based prompting, is more engaging, more urgent, and presents a stronger case for leadership buy-in. If your goal is to persuade, inspire, or convey importance, emotion-based prompting can enhance the depth and focus of AI-generated responses. To explore the full AI-generated response, click the link on this slide. You can compare the differences in tone, structure, and effectiveness for yourself. Now let's move on to our next prompting technique, which is synthetic bootstrap. It is a powerful technique for generating AI-created examples when real-world data is limited or unavailable. This method allows us to create diverse in-context examples that help refine our prompts, test AI responses, or simulate realistic scenarios. It's especially useful when you need test cases for validating AI behavior. You lack real-world data but still need high-quality examples. You want to improve AI understanding by providing rich, contextual inputs. Here's the core prompt structure for this technique. Generate number examples of examples for context. Here are the inputs. Or generate task using examples. By using synthetic bootstrap, we can rapidly expand our dataset, refine AI responses, and improve the relevance of generated content. Let's see an example in action. Here's a practical use case of synthetic bootstrap. Before using synthetic bootstrap, we asked ChatGPT, "Generate potential user feedback on our AI-powered resume screening tool for hiring managers." The AI provided a mix of positive feedback and constructive criticism, simulating real user responses. While helpful, this approach lacks depth and personalization. We don't know who these users are or their specific concerns. After using synthetic bootstrap, we enhanced our prompt. Generate 10 detailed user personas for our AI-powered resume screening tool, including their job roles, hiring challenges, experience with AI tools, and concerns about AI in hiring. Then generate personalized feedback from each persona. This resulted in 10 highly detailed personas, each providing unique feedback based on their role, industry, and AI adoption level. With this method, we gained diverse perspectives from different industries, targeted feedback that reflects real-world concerns, stronger validation for AI-generated insights. This approach can be applied to product testing, customer research, content generation, and more. If you want to see the full AI-generated responses, then click the link on this slide to explore the detailed user personas and their feedback. Now let's move on to our next prompting technique, which is style unbundling. It is a technique that helps us break down and replicate an expert's style without direct imitation. Rather than copying, we identify key stylistic elements that define their approach, allowing for greater control and customization. This method is particularly useful when you want AI to write in a specific expert style without mimicking their exact words. You need AI-generated content that aligns with your brand's unique voice. You want to recreate a structured approach used by skilled professionals. Here's the core prompt structure. Describe the key elements of expert style skill in bullet points. Or do task in the following style. By defining style elements up front, we ensure AI-generated content is not just accurate, but tailored, engaging, and aligned with specific expectations. Let's see this technique in action. Here's an example of style unbundling in product messaging. Before using style unbundling, we asked ChatGPT to write a product announcement for our new AI-powered data analytics tool. The result was a polished but generic announcement, technically sound but lacking a distinctive voice or emotional connection. After using style unbundling, we refined our prompt. Write a product announcement using the following style elements: simplicity, storytelling, customer focus, key features, emotional appeal, and a strong call to action. This transformed the content into a compelling, user-centric narrative that uses storytelling to highlight real-world pain points, simplifies complex AI features into relatable benefits, incorporates user testimonials for credibility, encourages engagement with a live demo call to action. By unbundling style, we gained a more impactful, audience-friendly message without losing technical accuracy. If you want to see the full AI-generated responses, then click the link on this slide to explore the transformed product announcement in detail. Now let's move on to our next advanced prompting technique, which is Retrieval-Augmented Generation. It is a powerful technique for enhancing AI responses with external knowledge. Instead of relying only on its pre-existing knowledge, AI retrieves relevant information from external sources, such as knowledge bases, documents, or search results, before generating a response. This approach is particularly useful when handling complex or factual queries that require precise details, ensuring responses stay up to date with real-world information, incorporating structured data from official reports, research papers, or internal documents. Here's the core prompt structure. Retrieve relevant information about topic from source and generate a response incorporating those details. Or use the following reference text to answer the question, insert retrieved data. To apply Retrieval-Augmented Generation, you can provide AI with various types of reference data, including text files, PDFs, Excel sheets, images. Here I have used image for Retrieval-Augmented Generation, which is shown in the slide. Here's an example of Retrieval-Augmented Generation in action. We attached a photo in ChatGPT, which contained information about analyst's conference call, and then write a prompt, which is retrieve relevant information about the transcript of the analyst's conference call from the letter attached issued by Alicon Castelloy Ltd, and generate a response incorporating those details. And ChatGPT generate response, which contain information about the company from the attached photo. By referencing the actual document photo, the AI response became more accurate, structured, and aligned with the source material. By combining AI generation with real-time data retrieval, we unlock more credible, fact-based, and customized outputs. Okay, now let's see people experience while they're writing prompt and getting output from AI models. So many people who use DALL-E 3 for image generation have noticed something interesting. When they directly give a prompt to DALL-E 3, like draw a futuristic city at night, the results are often not that great or detailed. But when they first ask ChatGPT to write a proper image prompt for them and then use that with DALL-E 3, the output is way better. So what's working for people is using ChatGPT to design or polish the image prompt first. This gives more accurate, creative, and visually appealing results. People have also seen better results when they give the AI clear, step-by-step instructions. Instead of letting the AI guess what they want, they break the task down into simple steps. For example, instead of just saying, analyze this data, they say things like, Step 1, clean the data. Step 2, organize into a table. Step 3, write a short summary. This way, the AI understands exactly what to do, and the output becomes much more accurate and useful, especially for complex tasks. Another thing that's working really well for many users is separating the main instructions from the extra information or context. People do this by using clear markers, like 3 hashtags or triple quotes. These delimiters help the AI understand which part is the actual task and which part is just background or an example. It makes the prompt cleaner and helps the model respond in a better way. One of the most important things people have learned is to refine their prompts. The first prompt might not always give the best result, and that's okay. What they do is look at the AI's output, figure out what's missing or off, and then improve the prompt little by little. This process of trying, reviewing, and adjusting, this iterative refinement, really helps in getting the output just right. It's like having a conversation with the AI to shape the perfect response. One thing people often notice when using LLMs is that the model can sound very confident, even when it's making things up. You ask something like, "What's the tallest mountain?" and get a quick answer, but no source. That's where asking for references helps. People have found that adding phrases like cite a source or provide a link to a study makes the response more trustworthy. It's like putting a leash on the model's creativity. Suddenly, instead of just storytelling, the AI starts behaving more like a research assistant. For example, instead of just asking, "Does coffee help focus?" you can say, "Quote a study proving coffee boosts focus." This small change forces the AI to be more factual. People feel more in control, making it easier to fact-check and trust the answers they get. Another thing people have found is that AI struggles with big, complex tasks, just like we do. A broad request like "plan a 3-day trip to Paris" might give a messy or incomplete response. But breaking it down into steps, like list 3 famous landmarks in Paris, then suggest a 1-day itinerary, makes everything smoother. This feels like assembling a puzzle, where each step builds on the last. And the best part? Fewer errors. Instead of asking, "Summarize this 10-page report," people get better results by saying, "Summarize page 1 first, then page 2, and so on. By simplifying the task, users feel more in control, and the AI delivers more accurate results. It's a win-win. Here's another fun insight. LLMs, just like humans, can make mistakes when they rush. If you've ever blurted out an answer without thinking, you know how that goes. People have found that if they tell the AI to take your time and think step by step, the responses improve dramatically. It's like coaching a friend through a math problem. If you ask, "Solve 5x10 equals 15, and say, "Work step by step," the AI is more likely to get it right. Some users even get playful with this. They say things like, "This is important, take your time," or "I'll tip you $200 for a perfect answer." Just by slowing down, the AI starts reasoning better, and users love seeing the chain of thought unfold. It makes the experience more satisfying and accurate. Even though LLMs are powerful, they have limits. They might make math mistakes or give outdated info. That's why people have started using external tools alongside AI, things like search, code execution, or APIs. And when they do, it's like giving the AI superpowers. Instead of just asking about AI trends, they paste an article and say, "Summarize this for me." Instead of trusting the model's rough math, they say, "Calculate 15% of 250 using Python code." And when they need live info, they ask, "Check today's weather via an API and suggest an outfit." And that brings us to the end of this session. Today, we explored role-playing, emotion-based prompting, synthetic Bootstrap, style unbundling, and retrieval-augmented generation. We also examined what people experience while writing prompts and generating answers from AI models. These techniques are just the beginning. There are many more prompting methods, and the key is to experiment. See what works for your specific use case and refine your approach accordingly. AI is a powerful tool, but the right prompts make all the difference. Keep exploring, keep iterating, and you'll unlock even greater potential. Thank you for joining this session. I hope you found it insightful.